takes a long strike to the goal post. And now goes over the keeper. What a goal there! What a goal there! That ball goes over the keeper. Dahem has struck first. Defending champions going back. Finally, I'm broken. Partnership that really works. What is going on? Now going back to that. It's up there. And what goes to the net? Yes, 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 yes. The champions have equalized. The Giants is on their goal now. They will be 3-0 now. Going back to that spot kick to the left. And I think it will be over.
China's National Kids Cup is almost here. Definitely from next week, you're going to be getting all the updates you can think of on what will be happening this year. Now, there seems to be a trend in the top flight across Europe. First, it was Bayern Munich. Since they won the league title, they have not been able to win any game. They've suffered 3 losses in a row. Then Juventus, of course, what happened to them? They were head to a draw. Same happened with Chelsea at the weekend. Now, what will happen to Chelsea? Will they be able to win their last 2 games, or they're going to go the way of Bayern Munich? But the difference is, at least theirs was a draw. Well, Bayern was 3 losses in a row. Not a good one for them, especially considering the fact that they're still gunning for the Champions League trophy, but they will have to overturn 3-0 deficit to Barcelona when they travel to Spain. When they travel, of course, when they'll be hosting them at home at the Allianz Arena. Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogo. Now let's just take a look at the major headlines. We're starting with good news coming from Nigerian athlete Regina George. She's looking good for the podium in Rio next year. She won the 400 meters event at the Golden Grand Prix in Japan. Also on the program, Carlo Ancelotti is not giving up on the league title, nor his plans to retain the UEFA Champions League trophy. He says he still wants to win those 2 titles. It's definitely a call, kind of a hard call for him, you would say. Also on the program, we'll be talking about this man, Rafael Nadal. Well, will he be able to win a 10th French Open title? That's a big question because he's not looking good right now, especially after losing to Andy Murray for the first time on clay. Now, before Tara Salam joins me, let's just see these pictures coming from Germany, where you have 11,000 runners slugging it out in a 25 kilometers race. Let's see this. Sitting home and
Schon oder erst? Wie willst du es haben?
Oh, that was a very, very funny race. 23 kilometers race track in Germany. Of course, Taya Salam joins me now. Taya, good morning.
Morning, Cecilia. Great to be here. No, great weekend. Definitely a lot of sporting moments to really savor from the Premier League to the Blue Premier League in Nigeria as well. To random Regina George, she's doing great things. One of those athletes I believe has great potential and can do Nigeria proud at the Rio Olympics next year.
Obviously, we may not just be relying only on Blessing Kagbare again, but if going by what happened at the Commonwealth Games, I think Nigeria can just do something when it gets to Rio, not like London where not even half they were able to get from there. Now, he talked about Nigerian Premier League. Well, it was goals galore in the Nigerian Premier League at the weekend. It is really huge because when you there was actually a 6-goal thriller in the north, and there was other games that were really fantastic and outstanding. Sunshine Stars, of course, if you look at the log right now, you have a team, Sunshine Stars, and you'll be wondering, when was the last time they were actually there? If you can take a look at just match day 8 of the Nigerian Premier League, the results to appear on your screen soon now. We'll talk starting from the 3-goal thriller. Yeah, well, you know, it was goals thriller, incredible. Taraba and Gabos. Gabos were able to pick a point from that game.
Gabos are showing that they're yet to the main business, and that's what they're doing so far. Because as far as I'm concerned, so far nobody gave them a chance. But it's showing that they have what it takes to play in this league. 3-3 against Taraba. Very interesting game, very exciting. And when you have 6 goals in a match, you can be assured the fans had a swell time.
Now, the Oriental Derby between Rangers International and Heartland. Well, Heartland, what is happening to them? Losing to Rangers. There's another talking point there. And Enyimba and Giwa FC. Enyimba, of course, couldn't get all the points they needed. Now, Gabos, Giwa, these are the two teams you need to actually fear this season. It's really not looking good for them at all. Yeah. Bayelsa United and Dolphins, it ended 2-all. And of course, Lobby Stars and Ekanemi Warriors were able to pick up a point from Lobby Stars. Sunshine Stars and Shooting Stars 2-all, and 2 goes to nothing in favor of Sunshine Stars. Warriors and Nasarawa United 4-1, and that's the biggest victory of the weekend. Abia Warriors and Kwara United 2-0 in favor of the home team. And Kano Pillars, of course, they'll definitely not lose at home, 2-0 against Sharks of Port Harcourt. So which one really captured the other weekend? Oh, no, well, 6-goal thriller? No, I thought that Enyimba couldn't get anything out of that. No, not at all. I think it's Warriors. Convincing win over Nasarawa United. A very impressive performance by Warriors. They're doing well as well. But then Heartland started the season like a house on fire. And I remember we won then. It's too early to start talking about the titles. And now they're 8th on the log, you know, with just 12 points. But then they still have a chance. It's still a long season. Yes, hopefully they can rediscover their early season form and, you know, move up the table again as well. And in all it was 5 draws and 5 wins. No way they win this time around. No, but you know, Christmas is not every time. It doesn't. No, seriously, even across the leagues in the world. But sometimes the draw, there's some draws that you look at it and you feel, okay, this is more than a way. Gabros, you know, 3-3. Exactly. That was excellent. That's where I was going to. Some very good draws. They even Giwa going all the way to Enyimba to hold into a goalless draw. That's a massive result for Giwa FC. Okay, now from the Glow League now go straight to the Nigerian Women's Premier League Week 2 result. Of course, remember all the games actually took place yesterday simply because the Super Falcons were supposed to play Mali, but the Malians, well, after the 18th thrashing here in Abuja, just decided not to come. But actually it was, according to them, they had hitches flight. They could not just get that out. Just look at the result coming from the Nigerian Women Premier League Week 2. Bayelsa Queens were able to beat Adamawa Queens by 2 goals to nothing. Confluence Queens and FC Robert was 3 goals to nothing in favor of Confluence Queens. And of course, Mountains White Dove have been able to get 1 point. Remember, they lost their opening game against Ocean Babes. It was 1-all. They got a point from that. And Ibom Angels and Delta Queens, it was a lone goal. Not goal galores like we expected. Then if you go to Group B, what happened? 2 walkovers. Now, starting from Rivers Angels. Rivers Angels at first, well, when they got to Pelican Stars, at first they wanted the league management to actually postpone the game because 9 of their players are actually with the national team. one in the Cameroon with the Cameroonian national team because of the Olympic qualifiers, the other one with the Ghanaian national team, and the others 7, you have them with the Women's League, with the Super Falcons that's in camp. And of course, not only that, but 6 of the players actually had to seek greener pastures abroad elsewhere. So at the end of the day, they wanted the league to postpone it because according to the rule, when you have more than 4 players in the national team, you can hold on, you don't have to play your games. But the league said it can go on. By the end of the day, the Pelican Stars did not provide what was necessary for that game to hold. According to the management of the club, they said that the government did not provide the fund for them to be able to organize the match. Despite the fact that they were actually playing at home in Calabar, so that was a walkover for Rivers Angels. They got all 3 points there. And for Capital City Dove and Sunshine Queens went to Abuja, were able to beat them 2-1. And COD Ladies and Edo Queens, it was a 1-1 draw in that one. Nasarawa Amazons and Taraba Queens, that was another walkover. They got all 3 points and all 3 goals because their opponents did not show up.